Hey everybody, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. Something different. We've got a manifold off, which is something we rarely do. We found one of the worst ones, so I thought I'd do a quick video and show you what the ports actually look like and what the manifold look like once we've got it off. This vehicle, about just over 300,000 Ks, probably never been cleaned before, so it's pretty much how they're going to be. Of course, you get some a bit worse, and you get some better, and that's why we don't try and take your money and tell everybody they need a manifold clean when they don't. And the other point I'd like to make, those on-car cleans and all that crap cleaning machines, it's just not going to work like removing it and cleaning it properly. So let's just get down and have a quick look at the head. So this is the port at the front, number one. So as you can see, my description would be it's dirty, it's got a black coating of 1 millimeter more or less, but it's not really going to affect performance. As much as it looks yuck, it's when you clean that out and make it look nice, make you feel good, doesn't really make any difference in any performance or fuel economy from the ones we've done. We've actually done this job where we've done, for example, my car and a few others where the injectors is done, the EGR is done, the car's been running like that for a couple of years, and then we go, you know what, let's just pull the manifold off and clean that and see if it makes any difference. And we've done some comparisons, you know, sort of line up with other vehicles, and it just makes absolutely no difference in fuel economy, seat of the pants performance, comparing to other vehicles, and it's a waste of time. So my opinion, my experience, do whatever you want. Of course, if you've got time and you want to pull this apart because you like it and you want to clean it, then go ahead and do it. But I'm just letting you know, don't expect too much for it other than the satisfaction of doing that job yourself. And if you're trying to come and pay us to do it, it's rare that we're going to accept the job and go, yeah, let's just do it because you love it, right? So there's number one. Number two, let's have a bit more look down the ports. Right, so there's a bit more of a build up there sitting on the bottom of that one. Right, it's not going, I said I was going to keep it short, this one. Yeah, that one's actually got a bit more build up, hasn't it, right? So that one is, you know, a bit more of a build up, and these sorts of things can be contributors to uneven mixtures, blowing smoke, rattle. So, like I said, this is one of the worst ones. So I'll get in there a bit closer, then we'll go and have a look at the manifold. Right, so this is one of the worst ones. I mean, the engine was running fine though, wasn't it? Getting a bit sideways here for the last one. Number 4. All right, so I hope you saw what you wanted to see. I couldn't see much, but I was trying to get the camera in there. So hit the like button for the effort. Come on, please. I could have just not done this. We'll go to the bench and have a look at the manifold now, eh? All right, here we go. We've got the manifold here on the bench. We'll get around that side in a minute. But so this is what it looked like from the top, if you like. And that's why I said it's one of the worst ones, because remember what I've said, if you check the EGR information playlist, the worst of it was up here and it pushes down into the manifold, and usually from there down is not too bad, but because this is higher Ks and then you get that more blow by, the oil up the top here starts pushing all this blockage up here, pushing it down like soup. I don't know, it's like a landslide, okay? Let me explain. So you got dry land, then you get water and just wets it up, and it'll just, see, that's like a pile of soup there, you know what I mean? So it's what was up in this area at the joint and above it, it's just pushed down, it's sitting, you can kind of see it sitting there in a pile, right? Like a pile of, like a runny one, you know what I mean? Not good. Some I haven't had for a long time, and hopefully not for a long time again. But, you know, but looking down to the port, you can see it's pretty clear. All the air is going to flow through there pretty well. As much as it looks terrible, that's easily cleanable without removing the manifold. And once again, it looks terrible and you definitely want to clean this part, but there's not a lot of restriction really, you know, like it's quite open there. So let's spin around and have a look at the other side. Right, let's start at the front. This is the front because it's the furthest from where all the crap's coming in, so you'd expect to see the best. Remembering this is kind of your main port. We'll call this your secondary. I'm not going into that at the moment and all the butterflies and all the mess that sticks to those. But once again, as long as that's working right, you're not going to get that other code. What is it? What's that? A 2006 or something like that. But if this stuff jams up this from moving, or you've got a leak or something, you're not going to have any issues with that really. It's going to be this jamming it up. That's when you need to pull the manifold off and clean it. But look, putting it simple, this is your number one main port. See what I mean? As much as it's dirty, but it's still flowing. And that's your backup, right? Okay, butterfly, a bit dirty, but again, as much as it's hard to believe, it just doesn't make it. I mean, it probably makes 0.002% or something like that, right? But it's no measurable difference. Okay, number 2, right? So there it is. Looking once again, I'll describe that as maybe even 2 millimeters of buildup. And then of course this one, look, I've seen worse, and this is one that we thought was bad. So that's number 2. Number 3, all right, once again getting a little bit dirty as we get closer. I think number 3 from the head, wasn't this one that was dirty in here? Okay, so once you've got a lot of this cleaned out, you don't have to spend a long time in the head and around the valves. A lot of people do. They turn the engine over, close the valves, get in there and vac it and scrape it. People have sent me photos where you look in there on the engine and you're looking at the back of the bloody thing. It's like the head's just been reconditioned. Amazing work, people. Bloody awesome, right? So if you want to spend 20 hours on it, if you've got the time, go ahead, but I can't do that and charge you for that. It's just ridiculous. Do these look like the hands that do that? No, when I do stuff, gloves on usually anyway, but mate, I've got the assistant, he's been trained. We worked out actually. It's been way too long, but anyway, he does what I do the way I want it done. So I'm not touching this, right? But that'll be all cleaned up. Anything that's restrictive, but there'll be a time limit on it. It's got to stop somewhere, so there could be some black stains in there, but no lumpy build-ups and all that sort of thing. All that'll be gone. It'll be clean inside and out. Again, staining on the outside, but all this crap, it'll have a good wash up, right? So that's number 3, right? No, sorry, that's so number 3. Not bad, right? Not bad, you know. See up on the back of the manifold there, it's even alloy in color up there. So as much as it looks yucky, not much restriction, you're getting what I'm saying. And this is usually the worst because right here, you know, let's have a look. So, you know, not bad, bit grotty, but not bad. Spraying some intake cleaners. See, hear that? There he is, cleaning, mate. Spraying some intake cleaners will help clean this a little bit, but do you want to wash even this small ant? We're saying this one's not bad. Do you want to wash this into your engine and try and compress it? Not really. And if you're going to do stuff like that, you probably want to do it before you do your injectors, but then you don't want to wreck your engine and blow it up either. So the system is, generally they're not even this bad. We leave them alone. Once you've got your stop this in place, then the oil continues with no catch can. It helps clean, sort of self-cleaning system then, and anything that's not clean, it'll slowly come clean. Like you can see up the back of that one, that alloy in color, the oil's got cleaners and it helps. But this is obviously the worst one here, right? And we always say that, and that's why if you've got a problem, you clean around here, you reach down there as far as you can. You're probably coming around the corner a little bit. You can actually get spoons with long handles that work really well to put it up and scrape it out and vac it out. It all depends. You've got to judge it if it's wet, dry, baked on like this, you know. Some people talk about oven cleaner and all that sort of thing. There's lots of different things to clean it. Look, to be honest, I mean, and look, because you like cleaning it, you're going to save money, you're going to do it yourself. You can send them away and get them clean, but then do you risk damage, you know, acid baths damaging all these components, really drying things out, they do, you know. That's what I don't like about it. Prefer, you know, your Kero oil-based degreasers, and if we use a water-based degreaser last, you know, something caustic, then we're going to plenty of water, rinse it off. And to be quite honest, I even like spraying some inox type product on this shaft here and just give it a good, you know, working and make sure it's all lubed up, because look, it's going to get the oil later anyway. Another advantage, this is what I mean about the catch can. The oil isn't there, it's not designed to lubricate things, but by keeping it there and not having the catch can, not only have you saved money and you haven't got that contraption in the way and taken out the oil that we like for anti-corrosion and lubrication on these components, you know, so things to consider anyway. Just thought I'd show you. That's a bada bing, bada boom moment. And like I said, this car, it'll probably get, from cleaning this, it'll probably get less than 0.5% improvement on anything, but overall he's going to get an awesome, he's going to be glad he did, he's going to, oh yeah, you know, beautiful. But it's not because of this, it's because the injector job, the cleaning everything else, the replacing the map filter, the cleaning out all the EGR, the worst blockage that actually quite often reduces the flow around that area. It's because it's blocked up a lot more. That's where all the air's got to go. Then it divides off into this big chamber and divides between all of these. So there'll be less velocity here than there would up around a blocked EGR valve, if you know what I mean. So this is not the restriction, but hey, go ahead, give it a clean if you want. It's a bada bing, bada boom. Let me take a photo for a fair thumbnail what this video is all about. There we go, get a couple more. Okay, catch you in the next video. Subscribe, turn the bell on. Hope you liked it. Hit the button. See ya.